2000 year in review continues with WWF Fully Loaded. Another solid show. Once again, of course. This is Daniel Rock 08 here, continuing my 2000 year in review series. Fully Loaded coming right at you. We have the Hardy Boys and Lita defeating Test, Albert, and Trish in a very good mixed tag team match. Lita was over as hell. She was as over with the crowd as Chris Jericho was on Dead Series. A 6 out of 10. Next we have Taz defeating Al Snow. I swear to God, this was a main event of an ECW pay-per-view. This was a 4. We have Perry Saturn defeat Eddie Guerrero to capture the European Championship match in another solid, decent match. A 6. Then we have the Acolytes defeating Edge and Christian via disqualification. Now, Edge and Christian's shtick, working with the crowd, getting cheap heat, was just so great. But in this show, they were playing off like Christian has food poisoning. So Christian would be in the bathroom puking his guts out. And Edge would go talk to the commissioner, Mick Foley, and says that they cannot defend their tag team titles because Christian has food poisoning. So Christian keeps on faking that he has food poisoning. Eventually Mick Foley finds out that he's lying and that they defend their titles. So Edge and Christian comes out doing their little shtick in Dallas, Texas, and they say something that's very, I can't believe they got away saying this. They said, with the whole JFK assassination thing, everybody calls it a conspiracy. Was there one lone gunman or were there many gunmen? Well, it doesn't really matter because 5 minutes later, if JFK would have stayed in Dallas, Texas, he would have committed suicide anyways. You can't say that. How did they get away with saying if JFK would have stayed in Dallas for 5 more minutes, he would have committed suicide? Out comes Bradshaw and Farouk, and Bradshaw is pissed. And they beat the shit out of Edge and Christian. Edge gets the belt, purposely hits Farouk with it, and gets DQ'd. A 4.5 out of 10. Next up, we have Val Venus defeating Rikishi to retain the Intercontinental Championship in a steel cage match. This was a very good steel cage match. Of course, the big part of this match was when Rikishi was climbing to the top of the cage. 400 plus pounds of himself jumps off of the cage and does a body splash. Fucking cool. Trish Stratus comes out, which you see Trish Stratus in this show like 4 times. But hey, the more Trish Stratus, the better. Am I right or am I right? So, this match gets a 6 out of 10. Good enough. Then we have Undertaker defeating Kurt Angle in a solid match. Kurt Angle was working with this rivalry with The Undertaker. You know, running away. His whole thing was, you know, he would attack The Undertaker, attack his motorcycle. He would be a goofball. And I love Kurt Angle, 2000 through 2002, being a little goofball, riding on Undertaker's motorcycle, trying to think he's badass. Then he runs away from The Undertaker, picks his shots, hits Undertaker with a lead pipe, or maybe it was a wrench. But, yeah, this was pretty good. That was going on during the show. This match was pretty good. Undertaker for the win, a 6.5 out of 10. Next up, we have the Last Man Standing match between Triple H versus Chris Jericho. And this match is fucking incredible. This is how you do a Last Man Standing match. Not only is this a great Last Man Standing match, this is an incredible Last Man Standing match. This is the best Last Man Standing match / I Quit match / whatever these type of matches you want to call. This is the best Last Man Standing match there is. A 9 out of 10. Very good. Now, Triple H during this show. So you have a lot of backstage things going on. You had, you know, the thing with Edge and Christian faking that they're sick. You had the thing with Undertaker chasing around Kurt Angle. You also had Triple H and Stephanie McMahon finding out who is delivering these flowers to Stephanie. And Triple H finds this note in the flowers, and it says, "It's true, it's true." So Triple H thinks it's Kurt Angle. So he's looking for Kurt Angle. So Undertaker and Triple H are looking for Kurt Angle. And then Triple H goes into a room, thinks it's Kurt Angle, thinks Kurt Angle is sending all these flowers. Maybe he did. But he finds Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho beats the shit out of Triple H in this locker room. And so this entire time, Triple H is finding Kurt Angle to beat his ass, only to get his ass kicked backstage by Chris Jericho. It's one of those things what just makes this show very fun to watch. This match was very great. This is how you book a last man standing match. A great last man standing match. I can't say that enough. A 9 out of 10. I fucking loved it. One of the finest matches in 2000 WWF. Then the main event, we have The Rock defeating Chris Benoit to retain the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Benoit backstage rips all of The Rock's $500 t-shirts. All his $500 shirts. I don't know why The Rock would bring most of his $500 shirts and not just, one shirt, his track pants, and, his gear, whatever, but whatever. So, there goes his shirts. Rock gets pissed off. We get this match, and this is a great match. This is a really good match. There's a lot of great spots. There's a lot of great things. Rock putting the crippler crossface on Benoit was sweet. Now, the whole gimmick to this was, if Rock got disqualified, he would also lose the championship belt. So Chris Benoit does this little Eddie Guerrero-like thing, where, not exactly like Eddie Guerrero, Shane McMahon was out. Shane McMahon hits the referee with the steel chair on purpose. So the referee's knocked out. When the referee comes to, he sees The Rock with a steel chair. And he thinks The Rock attacked the referee. So the referee calls for the bell. And The Rock loses the title via disqualification. So Chris Benoit is your new World Wrestling Federation champion. Or is he? Out comes the commissioner, Mick Foley, and says this match will not end disqualification because there were no disqualifications. He did not see a disqualification. Continue this match. The Rock hits the Rock Bottom for the 1, 2, 3, and The Rock retains the championship in a very controversial, cool match. Very good match. An 8 out of 10. This show was a hell of a lot better than King of the Ring. King of the Ring was trash. This was great. This is, again, another fine show. A dynasty was created. This was another great show. Just like Warrior Rumble, Backlash, and Judgment Day, Fully Loaded almost gets up there as good. Not as great as those shows, but still good. A 6.3 out of 10 is my verdict. It is one of the finest shows you'll see. One of the most underrated shows you'll see. One of the most hidden gems you'll see. Fully Loaded 2000, a good show indeed. Check it out. I guarantee you will have a great time. Next up, we have Heatwave coming up. And oh my god, it is New Blood Rising. And then WWF comes back around with SummerSlam. Oh boy. I can't wait. Goodbye.